Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chat with Kwabz. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the 10 things I wish I knew before turning 24. Let's jump right in. So this list is going to be based around relationships and friendships and not opposite sex relationships like, romantic relationships. No. More so, and I mean, it could translate into that, but this is more on the people around you and like friendships and that type of thing. So let's jump right in. Number 6, or should I say number 1, because this is a separate video, but you get the flow. Just keep track with me. So number 6, the friends that I grew up with, went to school with, we were in the same classes together. All of those things change when you get older. They are no longer on the same life track as you. They are all living their separate lives. Even, some of them live in like different parts of the world from you. So you don't have the same close-knit community of friends that you used to have when you were at home or growing up in school, whatever. And that realization came with a pretty hard blow for me because it was comfortable. You have your friends, you hang out, you have the same jokes, you have the same sense of humor, you get the same thing. So it's just a great relationship to have without any like stresses. But life happens and we have to move on. And so moving on for them and for you involves going on separate life tracks. And that's something that I wish I knew. I mean, it's something that like dawns on you eventually that, hey, we're doing different things, but not in the same place. Everybody has different interests. And it's like, man, I wish I was more prepared for this. But that's one thing that I've learned. So moving on to number 2 or number 7, whichever one you want to take. Making meaningful relationships or friendships has become a little bit more difficult. I guess when I was younger, I didn't really think about essence of relationships. It's a little difficult to explain, but I think it was just easier for me to make friendships without thinking of long term, like, do I want this person in my life? Do I really like this person, or am I trying to be friends with them because of social status? All of those stupid things that we used to do as kids. But now it's like, nope, that is not as important, like social status or being in the in group or all of those type of things. Now it's kind of like, where am I going and who do I want alongside me on that journey? So making friends has become a more selective process, and it's not about quantity anymore for me. It's more about the quality of my relationships. Like, even if I had one person who I was close to, who I could say was my friend, and we had the same vision. I mean, we don't have to agree on everything, but we have the same kind of will and direction towards becoming better versions of ourselves. That's fine with me. You know what I mean? Just having friendships that are meant to last and are meant to challenge and to shape and refine and to grow. So it's become a lot harder making friendships, more so meaningful friendships. You know what I mean? I mean, you have acquaintances here and there, but when it comes to meaningful, in-depth, deep relationships, that has changed a little bit. Yeah, moving on to number 3 or 8. Oh gosh, this is something that took me a long time to kind of come to terms with. That the friends that you had when you were younger, those relationships are going to evolve, and you can't, try to keep them in that same space. You don't want to replicate the same type of relationships you had when you were younger as you get older. I think the romanticization of how we were when we were kids, it doesn't apply anymore when you get older, because people change, situations change, life decisions and life interests change, and you need to evolve with that. And that was something that was so hard for me, because I was like, no, I just want us to be the way we were. Let's not change. Let us forever be how we were when we were in high school or middle school or whatever. Nope, it doesn't work that way. And I think for longevity of relationships, you need to allow that evolution to happen, and you need to evolve alongside the evolution of your friendships. And let me say this, You don't have to change the essence of who you are just so you can become friends with people. But if it's a relationship that you can change certain things about yourself to make it work, do it. Does that make sense? Don't change who you are fundamentally for anybody. But if there's something about you that's something that needs to change and that can be changed without affecting your personhood, change for the sake of thriving relationships. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. And again, we can talk more about relationships, friendships, all of those type of things in later videos, but this is just kind of a brief summary of my own experiences and the lessons that I've learned. Number 4 or number 9, surround yourself with the right people. That is not a cliche, guys. That is so real, and that is so important for growth and for just for you to be a better you, for you to be everything that you could be and everything that you should be. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people. What did I say? Surround yourself with the right people. And I mean, as you know, I said in an earlier point that is kind of what I'm striving to do, to build more meaningful, in-depth relationships. But even beyond creating, like looking for in-depth like friendships, just have even acquaintances. The people that are around you should be handpicked and selected. The people most, let me put it this way, the people who speak into your life, the people who you take advice from, the people that you spend time with, the people that have some level of influence around you. Make sure that those people are adding to the values that you want to see in your life. Don't just pick people, don't just go with the flow and allow anyone and everyone to come into your life and to speak into your life. That's a no-no. That's wrong. At 24, now making sure that I'm building my life and putting down the foundations that I need to put down towards my future. I need to make sure that the people that are going to be around me are headed in that direction. They don't have to be on the same journey, but they have to be headed towards something that I agree with, something that I think is valuable, something that I think is going to impact my life or impact other people's lives, but something that is good. So look for those people around you. And that's not to say don't have friends or don't have people around you who are different from you or who might not be on the same track as you. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you have to make sure that you're intentional about the people who are closest to you, who are making decisions around you that affect you. And, you know, the people that rub off on you, make sure that they're the people you want to be around you. They're the people who are going to influence you towards where you want to go. And they're the people who are going to push you and make you a better person. You understand? Okay, the final one, number 5 or number 10. Make sure that your friends are not just getting from you what you want to receive from them. Make sure that you're giving them what they need. Let me explain. So I've come to realize that in relationships, right, the things that we want from our friends or from the people around us are the things that we go ahead and give them. Because we think, because I want it, I mean, it makes sense that they should want it too. But I've come to realize that is not always true. People are different. There's so many different personalities out there. There's so many different desires and wants out there. And so for you to cultivate relationships and for you to grow in your relationships, right, it can't be founded or it can't be centered around what you think the person needs. Get to know your friends. Get to know what they want. Know what you think that they want. You know what I mean? And it's kind of automatic for us to think in that way that, oh, because I want this, it's obvious that my friends should want that. But that's not always true. So get to know your friends. Get to know them beyond the things that you can laugh about, or the things that you get easily about each other. But get to know the essence of who they are, the depths of who they are. And then work on giving them those things that they need, even if it's not second nature to you, even if it doesn't come naturally to you. Work on being that friend who gives your friends what they need. Do you understand? I hope this makes sense. And I mean, there's so many layers to the things that I've talked about. This is just a quick overview of my own lessons, the things that I've learned. And I know that there's so much more that we can talk about when it comes to like friendship. Stay tuned for more We're going to talk more about other things that I've learned, and the 10 things that I wish I knew kind of series. So stick around for that, and let's get to know each other better. And remember to comment down below your own lessons, the things that you've learned, whatever you think will be helpful for other people to pick up and to learn. Comments and put them down in the comment section below, and let's start a conversation. Let's start a platform to get people to become better, to just learn different things and all of that good stuff. And also subscribe, share this video with other people, and let's get this community growing. Let's thrive and learn and become better versions of ourselves. Okay, see you in my next video.